Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings, greetings, greetings. This is my son goddess. My son goddess 777. I just want to talk. I'm not even gonna be up here long. I just want to talk about what is going on with like the situation with the sisters, the melanated women, they call them the black women or whatever. Um, I just been sitting back observing. And what I've been seeing is like people saying like with the lady that passed, may she rest in peace and may they figure out what happened to her. I don't think we should be traveling with anybody. Like family members can be dangerous. It can be all different races of people that's not safe to travel with. Like the lady Shanquilla. I'm not making no excuses because there is a lot of incidences with melanated women dating out and dating the Caucasians and they are known for like violence and stuff like that. But when you look at the men that look like us, they are violent too. From my observation, I'm not talking about all of them, but it's a lot of domestic violence going on. It's a lot of women getting taken out by men in general. It's women that's taking men out, but it's a lot of men in general, whether it's the Asians, the Caucasian white man, the melanated man, the man from Africa, the melanated man from they taking these women out. And it's statistically speaking, it's the spouse, the lover. You don't have to be married, whoever you are in intimate relationships with. These are the ones that's taking these women out. They can be Asian, they can be Caucasian, they can be the Asian men, the women are got so the Asian women has gotten so they shaving their heads in some of these Asian countries and they not having babies or getting married. So color don't matter. It can be an Asian man, a Caucasian man. It's just the rise of what's going on with the rise of the divine feminine. And when I say feminine energy, I'm talking about the rise of the energy in the men too. It's a time of a lot of structures being torn down. This ain't no time to be getting married and getting in no serious relationship anyway. This is a time to be working on yourself and healing. Because when things are being the structures are being uprooted and reconstructed and torn down, that's a lot of unstable energy. So I don't think, in my opinion, this is no time to be trying to go down no aisle anyway. You see a lot of the people marriages and stuff has been a fraud. The men aren't happy either. It's not just about a woman. I'm not just up here talking about, well, the women. It's a lot of evil women out here. Yes, it is. And I think that Megan Thee Stallion, I don't think she's completely innocent when it comes to that situation with Tory Lanez. I'm not on her team. I was never one to say, well, I don't know what happened, but I don't think that it's all where I don't think his dad is up there saying all that for nothing. But at the same time, you gotta understand, Megan Thee Stallion is working for these powers that be, Rock Nation and all these people. If you don't know, I'm not making no excuses either. But if somebody tell her she gotta choose between her life and Tory Lane's life, and I'm not even saying this is right, because regardless, you're supposed to stand in righteousness. But y'all know how that I don't know if y'all know, but I know. In that industry, if you don't do certain stuff, and you sign those contracts, if you don't do certain things, they'll take your life. I'm not making excuses for her. I believe that he did. I don't 100% believe that he is guilty like that. I don't know. He could be. I'm just giving my opinion. But even if he is innocent, I don't think he should have been around those people anyway. I mean, he was too much of a valuable. People might want to joke and talk about him and say, "Oh, he was a little short." That man was very talented. Whatever he did with that cryptocurrency, he made like a millions of dollars for himself or other people in a few minutes. He was independent. The man is very talented. He can write. I wouldn't care if he won't but 3 feet tall. That don't matter. It really don't matter because he hit it anyway. I mean, he was getting the women. He was out there with the whole and what's this thing about whores and the body counts and all this? Y'all men be pure male whores. Y'all be done did everything with everybody, even men on the. It's a bunch of men that be on the down low. This been going. I done exposed that way back in the day, and they done try to take me out for that. I done exposed the down low brother before anybody really was. Cause the only reason I did it, cause a motherfucker was fucking with me, and so I wanted to sit them down and get them off my back. And hey, they try to take me out for it, but I'm still here. I wrote a book and exposed all this, and I think that I was stepping on some toes because the people that were hanging with the people, everybody get nervous and stuff like that. So they be threatened with these little societies when you exposing stuff. But I wasn't trying to expose a lot of people. I was just telling about the motherfucker that was messing with me. So I was like, look, if you're gonna sit there and try to expose me, I'm gonna expose you too. So what's good for the goose is good for the gander. But what I want to talk about is why is it that okay, I understand about the body counts and all that. It's always been like that. We still in the constructs of a patriarchal society, right? But I don't understand like why would somebody date somebody and lead them on and you got bodies too. Like it's men gotta realize it's some women out here that don't like a man that been with a lot of women. I never was attracted to a man that had a lot of bodies. I don't like that because I feel like that if I met like if a man got a lot of children and stuff like that, I never was attracted to a man that had a lot of baby mamas and all that kind of stuff. I always attracted men that, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect or nothing like that. I don't give a. That's just me, and I got a preference. I never wanted a man whore. I never was attracted to those type of men because I don't like a lot of spirits. I've always been when I was in the religion stuff, and then I went into the spiritual stuff. I always believed that a man with a lot of baby mamas and a lot of women that he's been with, that man is like possessed and he's torn and split and a lot of times they have a lot of even the ones that don't have all that going on, but they more so have a lot of recreational drug use and when they're using like different substances like marijuana and cocaine and all that kind of shit, that's spirits and stuff that come with it. So when they doing all of this, he all over the place, and then he sleeping with you, possessing you too. If you ain't, and on top of that, if you ain't getting the germs, you getting the germs, and you getting the spirits and stuff like that. Which money don't never matter to me like that. Like I don't get it where they saying like, oh, he's a high value man, and I got a live up here. Y'all need to go back and look at it. It's called high value disease. It's been going on for a long time where these men got a lot of money, and that be the main men and probably women that's beautiful because the woman is it's the beauty with the woman, the beauty, and then with the man it's the money. A lot of these men with money is the ones that's been out here as agents spreading all these diseases. This is stuff is done by design. This is not nothing that's not on purpose because back in the days, my dad in them days, they could go out and just have sex and free love with everybody. Like it was nothing to go out during the 60s and 70s and just screw all day. And then they get something, they'll go to the doctor, and they'll get rid of it. I'm being real with you. These people now, it's different. Like they go out and it's their first time and they end up with a combo. They end up with a house in Virginia. They'll go out there and end up with the house in Virginia with the other combos with the syphilis. Then they got some new mess out now. They got some, yeah, I've been on it. I was working in the community when the epidemic hit and I was passing out tests and stuff, like we was testing people and making sure that, we was trying to, me and this other nurse was trying to actually get the drops of bleach and the protection in the prisons because that's where they, that's where they, that's where they infect them at a lot of times because they give them things and make them, and they messing with each other. And they sometimes they in a situation where they might get great in there, and then they come out and they got families and girlfriends and baby mamas, and that's how a lot of that spread in our community. And they put agents out. I've been on this. I've been researching this for a long time, I've been doing stuff in the community trying to educate and help my people. It was one point when I was actually passing out stuff to the prostitutes and stuff like that, the ladies of the night. But they put agents in our community and they want to tell you like, oh, he's a high value man. Do not believe that. Let me tell you. Let me tell you the deal on that. If they want to send somebody to a community, if they want to send somebody after you, they will mark that person. Okay, you know how they do COINTELPRO, COINTELHO? They get women that's like the men. If they want to get a man, they'll get a woman that's his type. They'll not only get a woman that's his type, they'll put sense on the woman. Now this is gonna sound a little strange, but I'm telling you, because they've tried to do this to me. They will put certain sense on a woman and they'll send that woman with them pheromones after that particular man. They'll do a woman like that that's maybe lonely. Like you can be like they can't get a woman, they can't easily get a woman like me like that because I'm disciplined. And I'm not saying that like I'm better than anybody. I had to get to this point because they will send people out to spiritually attack you. I had to get to this point where I had discipline. I know how to be alone and discern and know that I can't really be out here like that dating or even trying to get married. They'll send somebody to marry you. They will mark you and send somebody. Look, let me tell you, they get the men because a lot of the men think with their lower vessels. So it's not hard to get them because if a woman is nice and she look good, they're going to fall for it. They're not going to be thinking like, oh, this bitch been look, the guy might be he might be connected to a powerful woman. It don't necessarily have to be the man that they trying to get. The man could be connected to a very powerful woman, like it could be a woman in his family. They'll mark them and send a woman. They'll send one of their cointails after this. They'll send it out to your brother. They could send it out to your son. They could send it out to your cousin. Somebody that's connected to that powerful woman. They could send their people. This is the spirit. They do spiritual stuff like that too. You might not have. You might say, well, they would never do me like that um, because I don't have anything. But listen, these people, they know who you are when you come here. They know who you are when you come here. They know who you are. I've been getting some doubt. Try to get into the sun, and I hate to say it because every time I say it, they start blocking the sun and they start trying to make it rain. I've been in some deep meditations. It's been so deep, like yeah, that is something going with that sun in the morning. And I hate to say this, but when I say it, then they'll start. But I rebuke it. I rebuke it. The sun will not be blocked. They want to block the sun because I'm telling you, that sun is always been, but it's something else now. Okay, they want to make us think like the words that they got out here. Like, do you know that the word whore does not mean what they say it means? The word virgin does not. The virgin really means a young child. And I'm not saying that a woman can go out here and be with every man on the block. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that a woman can be with everybody and she can get out here and be naked on TV and show herself. I'm not saying any of that. But I'm just saying that yeah, they use our women in the industry and stuff to be exploitive sexually. They do that. They put them out there. They got to do that stuff if they want to make that money. They don't have to do it, but if they want to get paid by the industry, our women have to be since the black exploitation times back in when Foxy Brown, and not the singer Foxy Brown, but the lady with the black exploitation movies, the black woman had to make it in Hollywood. She had to act as a whore. She had to, be exploitive in the dress and all that type of thing. She had to show her body and be like a prostitute or a madam. That's how they make it in that industry. They have to reduce themselves to being that type, because you don't ever see any rapper or anybody make it without having to compromise as a woman to be in that type of exploiting themselves type realm. Most of them do. Every now and then you'll get one that's wholesome that ain't had to do the monsters ball like Halle Berry and sleep with Billy Bob Thornton and all that, but they make us compromise the woman and be in competition. Now I'm not saying that Megan Thee Stallion ain't got no shit with her. I'm not saying that Megan Thee Stallion is perfect. I don't like that Tory Lanez situation, but I just don't understand how that's a little suspect to me. I'm thinking that it's some zesty stuff going on because I have studied the Down Low brothers. I got more research on studying that, and I'm not just the men and the women too. It's a lot of Down Low sisters, but I'm saying for that man to be picking with her like that, and maybe it is a PR stunt. Maybe they just going back. But it's just funny how I see people that's so happy that this girl relationship didn't work because they was afraid that that man was gonna want to marry her. And I thought maybe he would too. Cause look, I don't give a damn if he got $50 million. A male whore is a male whore. If me and you out here sleeping with everybody and we done, I got me a few bodies, nigga, you got you a few bodies. We both been hoeing. So what's I mean, you think you gonna get the virgin? Let me tell you about that virgin thing. They get out here and think that after they done ran through the world, they gonna get the Virgin Mary. Let me tell you about these virgins. A lot of these virgins, though, these pure women that they think they're gonna get, they not gonna be able to live with them because a lot of these women that say they ain't did nothing, they been doing stuff with their mouth and they been doing stuff with that booty hole. And I know what I'm talking about because I talk to the younger people, I talk to everybody, and I know what be going on in these streets. When they say they are virgin only by the vagina. A lot of times that mouth and that booty hole done been ran through and worn out. And in these other religions, that's what go on because these women done been betrothed to these crazy ass Middle Eastern men that they don't really want to be with. So they messing around out here, but they using the other body parts. They can't use that because they'll kill them or chop the head off or whatever. Okay, I know what I'm talking about. Cause I deal with different cultures of people too. I don't just, well, I ain't gonna learn nothing about nobody else because I love our culture. It's a rich culture, it's a beautiful culture. Everybody, takes on and copy our cultures, but don't give us respect as the melanated indigenous people of the Americas. They all, try to be us, but they don't want to smoke and don't want to really go through what we've been through and hold it down like we held it down. But at the same time, everybody copies this culture, the melanated American culture, the black culture. Everybody takes a piece of that, and nobody gives us respect. But what I want to talk about is how you see that they are happy for these sisters to be. Oh, I know that. I know that. You don't date no white man because you date a white. Yeah, they've been doing some. They've been running amok on them the last few years and putting them in the walls and chop doing all this chop and all this and taking them out. Yeah, they've been doing it, but I wanna reach home for a second. I wanna bring it on home. Our men been doing the same damn thing. And a lot of them, I done seen it. They be knocking them upside the head and they be a hair away from death getting out of here. The only reason why they ain't took them out because they scared that they ain't gonna get away with it. Chad think he can get away with it. Chad is gonna try something. And Chad lose some money, he gonna take out his wife, kids, and the dog. The dog gonna be gone too. They do that. We know that. We heard stories of that. Okay. But what about our men? You know what I'm saying? They be on some running amok on these women too. And it seems like these girls now they ain't got no backbone. They just take and take, getting put in cars with no clothes on, with six men and getting drugged and all this and all. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna go tell you, and I'm gonna tell you right now. I don't know what I don't. Some of these people do not need to be isolating. They don't need to be dating. Some of y'all family members that y'all done isolate from you, they not mine, not right. And God forbid they got little kids that's around them. Some of y'all wrong. Y'all got these family members and y'all know they slow. Y'all know they mind ain't right. And y'all know these people gonna get over on these men and stuff. And y'all let them run off and isolate. And I know you can't control nobody. But honey, sometimes you gotta be like the professor or something. You gotta be like in the background. They don't do their people like that. We not as protective as we should be. And then sometimes we overprotective. I can be overprotective. Oh, I can. Cause you hurt my people, you gonna get dealt with. I'm not gonna sit back and let you do nothing to no innocent little kids and to no dummy that fell in love. And I'm not gonna, I mean, if I gotta get the officer, you not gonna get away with it because I got patience. I will wait on it and wait on it just like it say be wise as a serpent. What it say? And humble as a lamb. Damn right. Nigga, I be a wolf in sheep's clothing. You never gonna live that down. You do something to my folk. I don't give a damn if I gotta come from my grave. I'ma haunt your ass. I'm never living that down. I'm never letting it go. I'm never letting it go. I'm never gonna let it go. They always telling black people, oh, you need to turn the other cheek. They don't do none of that. They don't do none of that, honey. They tell us to be the humble, yeah, because they want you to be the fool. They want you to, I ain't saying you gotta go around and being bitter and you being hateful and just nasty. But no, don't forget that shit. You forgive yourself, but don't let nothing slide and keep you some backbone and never trust nobody. Don't be traveling with people that cutting their eyes at you. I don't care if it's your mama. I don't care if it's your daddy, your sister, your brother. I don't care if that D is got gold on the end of it and a hook. I wouldn't give a fuck. You better get your mind right and stay strong. I wouldn't care if the cookie were wetter than the ocean. I always kill my mind. I always kill my mind. I'm talking about they done send some stuff at me. They done send some stuff at me, but I always try to, even when I was in religion and I would believe in a little bit of the indoctrination, I always loved myself. Even when my self-esteem wasn't where it should be, I always put my trust in myself. I never really trusted people like that. I was born like that. Whatever happened to me in a past life, I knew I couldn't really trust you. I don't trust nobody like that. I don't, it's not just the men. It's some evil women out here that's backing these men that will smile in your face, and the whole time they want to see you down. They want to see you dead, baby. They don't just want to see your ass doing bad alone. They want to see you gone. They want to see you suffering. They want to see, they don't have no love. You see the damn thumbnail. They don't have no love and no mercy for you. And it's not just the men, but I see a lot of these men that's out here happy that that girl got taken out by a white man, and they happy about that Meg Thee Stallion girl. Like I said, I'm not a fan of none of these I'm not a fan. I'm looking at these women and these men that go into these industries and go into these leagues of football. I done met plenty of NFL, NBA famous people. These people be fucked up in the mind a lot of times. When they get into these contracts and go into these industries, they do not know who they are. And I had to think about myself. I said, Lord, I knew better than to sign, on them dotted lines with a lot of the industry stuff. But at the same time, what if I didn't know? What if I was a person that did love money and think that, Lord, when I get this money, everything gonna change, and I want to do anything I can not to be poor. Well, I want to do anything I gotta do not to be in poverty. I talked to this person, this young man the other day. He said, "Listen, man." He said, if the stuff I'm going through right now, if I had to sell my soul or sell out, I probably would do it because I don't want to be living like this. He said, I would probably sell. And I'm thinking, I'm like, you know what? It's a lot of people that's out here that's like that. They they have been taught that if they could just reach the top, if they could just touch the hem of Jay-Z or Drake, or I had this guy telling me, he was like, you could go to some of the parties, and Drake is gonna be here. I looked at him like, what in the hell you think I want to go to? I don't want to go to no Drake party. I don't want to go to no Drake party. I sure don't. Who? Me? I ain't saying I'm better than Drake, but I ain't studying none of that shit. Look, I done been into I done I I have been around not just the music. I've been around A-list celebrities, and it really didn't impress me because I wasn't willing to do the things that they do. You know what I'm saying? To do the things that they do. I'm not into that. I'm not. I can be around. You can be in the world and not of it. That don't impress me. It don't impress me at all. And I'm saying I appreciate their art, and I enjoy some of the music. Not so much as I used to, because some of this music it ain't all that. But at the same time, even the music like back in the day, that music had the women thinking like, oh, meet me outside and I'm in love and I'm so weak in the knees and I can't live. And then that song they play on the radio all the time now that everybody is spamming and they doing TikToks about it. Meet me at the door. The door still open. Man, some of these doors, that door need to be closed. That door need to be chained. That fucking door need to be sealed. You do not need to let that. You don't need to let that back in, and you might be the problem. Y'all don't need to be together. Y'all don't even need to be talking or Snapchatting or DMing or nothing. Y'all don't never need to even think about sleeping together again. I'm telling you, because that person, either you gonna be their downfall or they gonna be your downfall. Y'all might take each other out of here, or one or the other. And somebody sitting up talking about some, Lord, if I would have just stayed away that time and just left her alone or left him alone, I wouldn't be sitting up here facing like. You better leave these folks alone. And well, what we got going on there, you better get somewhere to yourself and work on yourself, because a lot of this mess look like to me, it's a setup and a humiliation ritual. Some of this stuff that be going on that I see on the screen, it can't be real. These people got to be going through, because anytime you be in a relationship with a man, y'all on a boat. Okay, even if I'm doing a PR run, even if I'm doing a PR run and we on the boat, we going to the games. I'm sitting, on the side, sitting, rooftop, sideline at the games and all this. Okay, cool. It didn't work out. The contract ended. We can part peacefully. But this stuff they doing, this man up here wearing Tory Lanez t-shirts. He is friends back free. He friends with Drake. That's zesty. Now I know some down low and I know some rainbow zesty behavior. That's zesty. And I hate to tell you, but most of these athletes, the reason why they can't get enough punani and they gotta be with all these different women and all this love, 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 cause they ain't satisfied with their sexuality. I don't know if they got, yeah, they got to do that a lot of times. They have to sleep with they got a husband, a small hat that they got to be with. They got to do them rituals, so they ain't gonna be satisfied with no woman, and they hate women. And she's a pretty woman. I didn't know she had like any work done to her, which that's her business. It ain't my body. I don't know. I'm not no hater, but I always be talking about she's cute, and I think she's very pretty and attractive. And the men be talking about, oh, she had work done, and I was like, well, if she did or didn't, she still look good to me. Okay, I'm not one of them. I'm not no pick me. I'm not no hater. I'm not. I never been jealous of women like that. Like I ain't never been jealous of no beautiful woman. I think she looks gorgeous. But at the same time, you got people out here that will make bets on you. They will make bets on you that I bet you I can get this bitch to fall in love. I'm telling you, this shit is it ain't nothing new under the sun. People better recognize game. She get in them songs, and that's them songs. She can rap. That lady can rap. That lady is an MC. I don't know why she. I don't know. I don't know if it was the Tory Lanez shit that killed her vibe or whatever. But she really got talent. Like she's like the triple threat. She can rap. She can rap. She can dance, and she's beautiful. Now the attitude, I think she's smart too. I think she's intelligent, because it seems like she knows how to talk and carry on a interview, and knows how to etiquette and all that and carry herself. I mean, she's don't seem like she's the dummy. She has the things that a lot of the men want. That's on the down low, or they want to be her. So she got to be careful too. Yeah, it's people that's mad about Tori. I don't like that situation. I think that she got put in a corner, or I don't think he's guilty, but at the same time, I mean, it shouldn't be the man that she has been intimate with. Even if they was doing a PR run, he shouldn't be coming out here like this. It should be somebody else. It should be another person coming out here and doing all that picking. But some of these people be going too far. I mean, they did a meme. You don't have evidence of the lady slept with all these men, and y'all got a meme of the lady with all these different rappers and these God, I don't have that. That had to be a petty ass nigga. It had to be, because I don't have time to do stuff like I don't have time to be doing like who care. I don't care. Because when I look at a lot of the women in the industry, a lot of the women, whether they are white or black or Italian or Spanish, they have a lineup. The men and the women have bodies. I mean, they're attractive people. I guess they making money, and if they don't say the wrong thing and they get turned off by JP Morgan and them. But I mean, they have access to a lot of different people, and they go a lot of different places. So the more they say the more attractive you are, the more access you have, then that's more people you are exposed to. So that would be more people that they have to turn down, or they have to, invite in. So I wouldn't expect Megan to not have like a lot of suitors, as beautiful as she is, and she's very outspoken and into that. women's independence seem like she don't take no shit off of no man. I think when you got it going like that, baby, it's best to stay like that. If that you need to be 10 toes down, and that really need to be you. Cause sometimes they'll send somebody to make a bet on you, and everybody's like, well, she is falling off, and she ain't all that, and he got 40 million. You can have $40 million, boo boo, and still be a lame. He getting older. Y'all be talking about, oh, a man increases value with age. Yeah. And if he's a single man, like they say, if he's a single man running around here at 50, 60, and 70 years old, it don't look good. He getting old, his dick drying up. He gotta take Viagra and Cialis. So yeah, your pockets might be getting longer, but you gonna have to pay to play. You gonna have to pay to play. Cause you can't go all night and stroke it like you used to stroke it, boo boo. I done dated older men. It ain't they might have some money, but they can't they gotta go to bed at a certain time. They gotta go to bed at a certain time. They can't rock it all night like them damn young bucks. And they gotta take that Viagra and that Cialis. Yeah, I love me some who. I didn't when I was like at 20, older man come talking to me when I was like 19. I had this rich. Sometimes I regret it. Now I had some rich ones. I was like, no, he too old for me. That old man gonna give me worms. Shit. If I had to rewind, I don't know. I might change my mind. Cause look, this man was trying to put me. He was trying to put a sister on, and I ain't talking about on no little trick type thing. He was trying to put me on with his. He had a few dealerships, a few beauty salons, and all that. Honey. I'm talking about some show enough. Shit. I done had a few suitors with some show enough. But you know what? If I wasn't happy with that person, my crazy ass, you can call me a fool. I still wouldn't have stayed. I wouldn't have stayed with nobody just because of the money, and I'm not happy. Because I have walked away from things. I have walked away from cars and houses and only had myself and started all over again, just like the Phoenix, honey. Reborn, life, death, rebirth, and transformation. I don't regret a damn thing because I'm not about to be like, oh, I'm going to kiss his ass because he got a private jet and he has 40 million and he treated me like a piece of shit. I can't see me doing that. I can't see me doing that. No, I can't see me doing that. I've had like multi-millionaires to tell me, listen, I want to marry you. And do you think you would be interested? And guess what? Not only was it because I know I'm attractive when I don't want to put myself together, I still look fine to me in the mirror. I'm a fine motherfucker with no makeup on, with my hair nappy and all that. That's how I learned to look in the mirror and love myself. But I knew I added value to this person. So that's why they were saying that too, because I was helping them, do some stuff with their real estate, and they seen that, I'm business savvy and I got skills and all. It won't just, oh, you look beautiful and I want to marry you. Motherfucker seeing my that I know my value. And I help them make some money. So they're like, well, damn, if I marry this motherfucker and she already, you know what I'm saying, know how to carry herself, then she gonna increase my value because she ain't gonna hurt me. But no, I didn't like, even though the person had money and wealth and stuff like that, they had a lot of uh assets, that's the real wealth. They didn't have the liquid cash, but they had a lot of assets and equity and all that. I didn't like the way they were with like being a man whore and stuff like that. I didn't like that. I never liked that. See, the money in my opinion, you can have a lot of money, but if your character sucks and you got too many spirits and stuff on you, and you got all this women you done been with, and all of this you gotta have discipline regardless of if you the money don't cancel out you being an asshole. The money don't cancel out you being a lame, okay? Just like with a woman, she say, I got a PhD and I got $100 million. Y'all be like, oh, well, you can't keep no man. You can't keep no man just because you got a PhD and you got all that money. You still single because character matters. Don't nobody want to be with somebody that say they got education, they got this money and all this and that, and they don't know how to read the room. They not aware. They don't have no common sense. Just because they got $40 million and she got a PhD, or he got $40 million and he an NBA, NFL. a big CEO over a big CEO company, and when y'all get alone, this motherfucker don't know how to eat that coochie. That motherfucker don't know how to caress you and make you feel like you want to jump out of your skin. That motherfucker don't know how to whisper sweet nothings in your ear, and his breath smell like a piece of shit. And you like, damn, he got a lot of money, but he just stank. No matter no matter what kind of cologne he put on that he don't order from the Swiss Alps. He don't order cologne that got the real wood chips of the aspen in him. That motherfucker stink because his spirit stink. He rotten and his spirit rotten. He got a hank on him. His breath, he got money, but his spirit is rotten. He rotten. You can smell it. You're not gonna want to be around that shit. And then he don't take his time. He ain't got that slow hand. You know what I'm saying? I want a man with a slow hand. I want a man with an easy touch. You know what I'm saying? He always moving fast. Well, I gotta go. I gotta go. I gotta go to this meeting. I gotta go to this convention. This got that. And then when he get in that bedroom, he got that $40 million, but he ain't putting that thing down on you and taking his time with you because he got so much other shit on his mind. He don't know how to, when he get home, take off the mask and let that shit be outside the door where he can just, your wish is my command. Just be your love slave. Yeah, I need to write a romance novel. But look, all this stuff about these bodies, bodies, bodies. Okay. Yeah, she might got a few. That's expected, but ain't nobody talking about these other people like Taylor Swift, Kim Kardashian. All of these women got bodies. All of these men got bodies. They all just need to put their bodies in a box and get together and be a retired whore. That's all I got to say. Cause it don't look good for no man just cause y'all saying that man got money, then he can be a lame and doing this girl picking on the girl, and then he, you know what I'm saying, got all these issues with sex and stuff. Well, yeah, it's okay, I guess, in y'all patriarchal society for a man to be a whore. But it ain't okay for no man to be no whore and no lame, and he a failure, and he getting older, and y'all talking about he a high value man. He better be somebody's husband in this society sooner or later. Cause after a while, they're gonna start looking at him like they look at them other ones like Shannon Sharp, like something in the milk ain't clean. Something in the milk ain't clean, honey. Cause even a man who with sense know that he gotta get a wife to add value to him, and you want that woman to be catering to you and cooking for you, and nobody want to be living no single life. Who in the hell? What man? Women benefit more so off of living a single life because we got other women. We can just, get our comfort from. We gonna have somebody that women is different, but a man, men don't do well single all their life. Eating fast food, they don't want to. Some of them don't know how to cook. A man do not do well living single as he get older. I'm telling you, his money might increase, but the health, like they say, the health and the other things don't. So y'all gotta be careful listening to these people telling y'all, as a man get older, his value. Yeah, your money might, but your looks don't. And that damn vitality don't, that Viagra gotta come in, and that health and them looks, and you gotta pay. You wanna be with a woman, you getting old and you ain't built like, look at Tyrese. Tyrese, remember, he was buck. Tyrese is still fine to me. But I'm saying, back in Baby Boy and when he made them songs back in the day, like, we're not, what is it? How you gonna up and leave me now? How you gonna? He was bad on him. Talking about that body was, ooh. He done got a look. That's why he didn't want to take his coat off in the verses. And I understand, he still look good though. Hey, shit. But I'm just saying, he older. He getting older now. He can't rock it all night with them young girls. He gotta pay. He gotta kick out that. Ain't nobody just look. People gonna want something out of you. Ain't nobody just, oh, you wonderful. You ain't gotta do nothing. I'm just gonna be. Look, it's a give and take. What you need is balance. And at this point, I don't think people need to be in no relationship. If anybody telling me they get married now, I think something wrong with them. I know they retarded. Cause now you supposed to be working it. I ain't saying that that's the case for everybody, but for most people now, they still got healing to do. They ain't even past the life, death, rebirth, and transformation of the first day. They still in trauma and stuff like that, being deeply triggered. So how in the hell you gonna get married or get in a relationship with anybody and you gotta control your demons and discipline yourself? You around here and the damn weed ain't no good. It ain't been no good for a while. You still constantly telling yourself, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop drinking. I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop doing this. I'm gonna stop taking them. And you got these, and you in a relationship with these addictions. Oh, time to work on yourself and stop being happy at the other. You got people that be. I know people like that. I grew up with people like that. I got friends, not friends, but I guess they frenemies and family members that sit around and look in the damn paper to see who going to jail. The wait for a phone call to see if something happened to somebody. They waiting. They miserable. Waiting on some bad news. And you know what? When you waiting on some shit, nigga, it's gonna happen to you. When you waiting on something to happen to somebody else, that shit happens to you. When you waiting on and looking in the damn newspaper to see who went to jail, see who in the damn jailbird slam, whatever they call it, whatever city they in, waiting on some bad news, waiting on something to happen to somebody. And it's always happening to you. You happy to hear about who is that? I do not, even though I hated what happened to Tory Lanez, if he innocent, may he be free Tory Lanez. But I'm not about to go around here. I'm too busy to be going around here talking about how Megan is getting what she deserved, and I'm wearing a T-shirt for free Tory Lanez. Yeah, I want him free. If he innocent, Lord knows I want him free. But at the same time, I want him to realize he shouldn't even be. He's valuable. He don't know his. He was too valuable to be get caught out there like that with Megan Thee Stallion and her friend. He shouldn't even been around none of them. Even that damn Kardashian girl that everybody done boosted up to make her think she a billionaire and she looking like an old woman else. They shouldn't even been, he shouldn't even been around her. Y'all don't say nothing about them. And you can say, well, we only talk about our women. Well, y'all shouldn't. Y'all should talk about the other one because y'all love y'all some white women. Y'all love y'all some passports. Y'all love they now, but let a sister get her a piece of Viking meat. Lord, God forbid. Y'all do not own the damn, what is it? Y'all don't own the damn the damn, what is it? Y'all don't own the damn black woman vagina. If they want to go out there and date the Vikings and the what you call them, the snow puppies and all that, they got a right to do it. If something happened, it happened. It could have just as well happened. Stand over here with the melanated guy, the black king. Cause they don't like the sisters like that. They mad with their mamas. And they can't take it out and go inside their mama hand. So they taking it out. Their mama done left them, was strung out, done gave them all these damn demons. And they cannot take it out on their mama. So they taking it out on these girls and these women. It ain't even just the young girls, it's old women that's getting knocked upside their head and might not be here next year when 2026 7 come in. It's 2026. But they were getting their ass kicked in 2025. And I know it with some of them. And all I could do is just be like, Lord, I mean, you can talk and talk and talk. And then when somebody get to the phase where they doing certain stuff to you, like putting certain shit, beating you up, certain they get ready to take your ass up out of here. And then a lot of times when they beating on these women and stuff and abusing them and stuff like that, it's causing them to have cancers and different stuff later on down the road. You should not let nobody. I don't care how much you hate. No matter how much you think you ain't worthy, and you cannot get nobody else. It's best to be alone than to be abused. I wouldn't care if you think you look like Celie on the Color Purple way that man told her she was black and she was ugly and all that. I wouldn't care. I'd rather be alone, baby. If I got it, and I don't even gotta have no cat or no dog, but if you need a pet, I'm saying I'd rather be alone than to be dealing with somebody cheating on me, beating on me, talking down. I'm not who. It's a beautiful thing. I'm telling you, not being lonely, but being to yourself and having that peaceful sleep when you ain't got to worry about what somebody when they gonna take when they gonna go and the demons gonna snap. They gonna just go off on you and you ain't got no peace and you got to pay all the bills. They depending on you and then they whipping on you. You the mama and you get your you mama and you get your not literally mama like, but you take care of everything like you the parent and you get your ass toe up. Oh hell no. Nope. And if you and if you I'm gonna get away from you one way or the other. If I think that your ass gonna take me out if I take out a restraint, nah, let me keep it to myself. It's a way to hey, it's always a way out, baby. It's more than one way to scare a cat. That's all I got to say. You might can't. You some of these motherfuckers. If you take out a restraining order on them or you leave, they're gonna come back and get you. Well, you gotta know what you're dealing with. And you gotta figure out how to get out of it without getting yourself into some. How about that? Okay? That's all I'm gonna say on that. I'm not gonna stay with you. If I don't want to, I wouldn't care. You leave me, I'm gonna take okay, I know that. I'm gonna take you at your word. If you telling me that if I'm not gonna stay with you, and if I call the police and this and that, you gonna sit here and tell me in the midst of trying to whip my ass and abuse me that if I leave you, you gonna take me out. When you tell me something, I really do believe you. That's the type of person I always been. When the people tell me something, I believe them, and I start thinking and planning too. I'm like, okay, this motherfucker ain't scared of the police, and it look like that if I can't go to a shelter or something like that, then that mean that he gonna come back and try to take me out. So that mean I need paperwork in case he probably will more than likely. It's gonna have to be me or him. And who do I love the most? This nigga or do I love myself? So I have to lay down stuff where if that person gonna act out, I'm gonna take you at your word and believe you. Then that mean I gotta defend myself. And I don't wanna be sitting up in there trying to prove, you know what I'm saying, and I ain't have no paperwork laid out. No, I'm gonna take you at your fucking word. When you tell me stuff like that, I believe you. I sincerely believe you. I really do. But yeah, it's sad how the world is looking at how our people is talking about, old girl didn't deserve to get out of here. Ashlee Janae, may they I don't know, because people really don't rest, I don't think, in peace until they, really people find out what happened to them and stuff like that. And then, they happy about this girl, which like I said, I don't agree with Tory Lanez situation. I think he may be innocent, but at the end of the day, the day got to end. And I mean, it ain't that man job to be taunting the lady Clay. What is his name? Clay. I was about to say Clay Akins. Clay Thomas. I don't know. It just seemed cornballish to me. It seemed down low to me for somebody to be taunting somebody they don't been with like that. I mean, I would if he that valuable and he a $40 million man and all this and that, and he was Splash Brothers and he that successful in the game, I wouldn't even pay her no mind. If she a nobody, if she's a nobody and he don't care and he that big and he got it going on like that and he got all these women lined up, why even respond to that woman? Why even respond? I would have just been like, look, it's over with. I'm concentrating on my sport. She lying or what or something, or like, it's two sides of every story. And y'all can sit there and y'all can't judge. I would have said something I would have made a statement, a very mature statement, but all this nitpicking back and forth they doing, he still got feelings. Even if he don't want to be monogamous, he want to hit it. He want access to that Megan Thee Stallion booty and that cookie. And that dad, he is an old head player. The daddy is an old school, old head player, right? The daddy, what the daddy do? The daddy like, all this food that Megan Thee Stallion cooked is good. She could be a chef. He know his son is a player. He know his son is a male whore. Yeah, she might be one too, but they were two men. There was two female and male whores together. Y'all got these double standards set, and I'd be so glad. I know it. I know we still in the patriarchy. I know we still in the patriarchy, but it's mighty funny that they ain't doing Taylor Swift like that. And that man that's marrying her, he ain't worried about all them bodies. And y'all can say that. Y'all say the woman money don't matter. Well, she's a billionaire. He ain't. So money might do matter then, because that man ain't saying nothing about all the bodies Taylor Swift done had. And some of these other people like J Lo and Madonna and all them, they be getting married and they done been the holy whores and all this and the priestess whores and shit, doing the rituals with the sex magic. And y'all just wrong. Y'all need to do better. I'm just being real. Like, it don't look good. When that black man went over there to China and took out that Chinese lady, they put his ass on the firing squad. They did not worry about, oh yeah, she was messing with a nigga. Yeah, that's what she deserved. She got what she. Them damn Chinese men lined that nigga up and did the firing squad on him. We have to stand in solidarity. We have to stand together. We are being watched and observed and looked at. And what about your sister? What about your mama? What about your daughters? What about the women in your family? If y'all make it seem like they can come for women like Ashlee Janae and it's okay and she got what she deserved, what do you think? What you think gonna happen in the future to somebody that you might really care about? You see, you got Joe Budden and these other guys talking about she did not hate black men. Why would they say that? They saying she did not hate. Then you got black women talking about, you got these African women that's up here talking about she had a second. Ashlee Janae had a second Instagram page, and she might have been a call girl. I don't even trust them because they don't even, them Africans don't like us like that. They don't like us like that. Them women, they so indoctrinated and white. They say that lady that's up here doing all that talking, she got a white man. So how she gonna sit here and talk about that Ashlee Janae was chasing a bag and got a bag when she got her a white man? All them like white people. All them worship white people. I don't even think people in America worship white people like that and believe everything that the white man say and indoctrinated with religion like that over there like they is over there. Cause I heard one of them say that it's more witchcraft in America than it is in Africa. How, and what you don't realize, when you talk about witchcraft and magic, she talking about Christianity. That Bible is a spell book. Most of that Bible is a damn. So how in the hell you gonna sit up here and say, I think it's neck and neck? I think it's neck and neck. Cause you sitting up here promoting to worship something on the outside, and you promoting a book that is really a Messianic book. That's really it's a good book. I read it. And I take out the chew the meat and spit out the bone, but a lot of times that Old Testament and New, it's a lot with that Bible. Like it's some good stuff in there, but I'm not literally taking it like that's God's word because I know it's been tampered with, and I know it's come from ancient texts, and they put it all together to use it as a military tactic to control people. You know, the masses. So I mean, I take it for what it's worth, and I look at Jesus as Yahshua, however you say the name, as a person that we should go within and try to be somebody that is a righteous person. I look at him as a person that knew how to do like he knew. Even Moses knew how. He was taught by the mystery schools of Egypt. These are shamans that was trying to transform themselves into the light body. That's how I look at it. Like, oh, let me look at them as sort of an example of, how I should try to be, from within, right? Like that's me. Let's talk about what I need to be from within, and resisting flesh and fasting, and you know, and heaven is within, and all of that. So it's whatever you create, your realities that you create in your mind. But we just need to stop. Like you got these holier than thou people. Oh my God, they don't this and that, and they ain't had sex. And listen, you could be celibate, you could be a virgin, and that woman that's out there, I'm sorry to tell you, I hate to break it to you, because I used to be one of them religious, holy, married, thinking that I got Jesus on my right side and all that. Listen, if your heart ain't right and your spirit ain't right, baby, you can be a woman that's married and pure. You could be a virgin. You could be a nun. And you could be more evil than that woman out there that's selling that cat on the street. She might got a pure spirit. She might be a pure hearted woman and get accepted better into the lineage of the Christo better than you, and you sitting up here putting on a performance of holier than thou and judging people, and you miserable and you jealous because you knowing that's not good to be out here being promiscuous, and they are exploiting our women in the industries and stuff like that, and making them use their bodies as a weapon and weaponizing it, and they gotta fit the beauty standards of having a BBL, and their skin gotta be a certain complexion and all this and that, and the hair gotta be a certain yeah, they are exploiting our women. They've been doing that for a while, since before the black exploitation, exploiting our women as far as making them out to be like whores and prostitutes and women of the night, and the music and all that come in talking about, the bitch this and the B that and the whore this, and they gonna F them in the butt and all. So they don't do that in their music. When you listen to their music, these other cultures, their music is different and it's respectful. The women are not being exploited. The only music where the women is being exploited like that is our music. And we allow it. We didn't gatekeep it right. We let it happen. It's not just the men, it's the women too. A lot of the women is in the background cheering this stuff on. And they smile and act like they're so much for the communities and stuff like that. But they're wolves. They are wolves, and they're wolves in sheep's clothing, And we got some old men that's been raised by these and groomed by these women. And they out here the ones that's they so happy to see they waiting for Sierra, which I don't know if that's real or not. I could care less. It ain't my problem. But they waiting for they mad that it's a example that Sierra can get a husband like Russell Wilson. And Sierra ain't no angel. She was in the industry, a beautiful ass woman that had access to a lot of different suitors too. But nobody's it's y'all got what you call it? Y'all be picking. Y'all got picked. Y'all be picking and choosing and stuff like that, So I don't know. But I do know this. Even Beyonce had a life before Jay-Z. I mean, you know, it's like that movie, a Tyler Perry movie of what is it? The haves and the have-nots. How when that man became the president and they cleaned that girl up. You know that girl was a prostitute and she was a madam, but when she got with that presidential man, they cleaned up her record and because she was with him, they made it seem like she was pristine and stuff. So y'all be picking and choosing. Y'all got y'all picks and what you call it, showing favoritism, partiality. All of these people got bodies mostly. All of them done got a pass. Yeah, we know about Meg, but we know about some other ones too. And I don't think that's why he was doing what he was doing. He was doing what he was doing because he don't want to settle down. He wanted to be out there messing around, and he got a right to do what he want to do. But it shouldn't be where, he's taunting her. That tell me he's either on the down low or he want to still mess with that girl or something. It's something because if he were that valuable, he would have made a statement and went on about his business. He would have been doing all that, wearing no Tory Lanz shirt and reaching out to Drake and all this extra bullshit. No, so I don't know, but I'm about to get up out of here, okay? Because I got things to do, places to go, and people to see. But yeah, everybody keep going within. Get that sun in the morning. Get that sun when it's going down, when it's setting, grounding, going within and healing yourself, and put your discernment on top tier, because you need to be able to know, so you can be able to stand in the evil day and know the wiles and be discerning of what's going on. They said they got somebody cloning the parents' voices, trying to get to the kids and stuff. They using AI and the predators is using AI to try to clone the voice of the parents and tell the kids to let them in it. Y'all better be aware and watchful, because they better be aware. You let these kids on this internet too much, they can possess them and all that. You gotta be aware, gotta be woke and vigilant. And be careful who you have your children around too. Yep. Be careful who you have your children around. I really don't celebrate these holidays and stuff like that anyway. But if that's what y'all do, I wish y'all the best. I wish y'all the best and the happiness and the joy and the celebrations, and just be aware, like, it shouldn't be what just on these holidays where people is showing love and this and that. It's supposed to be I like people that in my tribe that we do this like every day. We know how to treat each other. We showing love. You don't gotta do it on them holidays. We do it all the time. It's not this is normal. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that kind of vibe, where it's normal to get together and have feast and treat each other and show love and be happy and build together, and it ain't about, you know what I'm saying, we trying to destroy, nobody trying to destroy each other and cutting their eyes behind. Everybody want everybody to win. You can eat, I can eat. You can have some paper, you can have some wealth, you can have some. It's not just, well, for me to shine, I have to step on this one and that one. For me to be seen, I gotta make sure nobody don't like this person. For me to get mine, then they gotta suffer. For me to be on top, that means I gotta throw shade at them. Man, I'm done with that. I ain't never been about that life. I just been trying to be around the wrong people, okay? Born in the wrong, the seer who couldn't see that her enemies were in her own blood. Anyway, I'm trying to be around that vibe where everybody can eat, everybody can build, everybody. You got this, I got that. We can pull it together, we can make it happen. I ain't gotta be jealous of you. You telling me information, I'm telling you it's not just one way. We all building each other, working in conglomerates simultaneously, living in creating heaven on earth. Not no, well, I gotta hide this from you because you might be jealous of me. And if I tell you this and you told me that, then I gotta try to get a hit. Nope. No, no, no. So yeah, we just be aware. They sisters, they don't have no love and no mercy. They don't like you like that. I don't know what you did. I don't know what you did for them to feel that way. I don't know. It's time to do some damn what is it? It's time to do some past life therapy, and you can do it. You don't if you don't have the finances right now, you can do it yourself. Do some past life. Remember. You gotta remember. You got to get to yourself to do that, though. You got to get to know yourself to do that. You got to do the work. You can't just give it to Jesus. You can't just say, I leave it at the cross, like you went to church yesterday. I leave it at the cross. No, you got to go within and do some work yourself. You got to do some shadow work. You got to do some soul work. You got to do some life, death, rebirth, and transformative work to be doing that traveling, time traveling, going in them past lives and realizing, like, hey, what's this connection with this? Why is this happening? What's the root of this? The root down, not just the root, going down in the tree, going deep down in the inside the root of the tree in the ground. That's what the roots we trying to get to now. The root of the problem. Okay, we not band-aiding it no more. We not putting no what is it? We not gonna just put a band-aid up there and it ain't healing. The shit still seeping and leaking and smelling. It ain't getting no better. The neosporin ain't doing nothing. What if you using natural stuff? The garlic and the damn onion juice ain't doing nothing. The alcohol, 92%, 91% ain't doing. We getting to the root of it, okay? What's the root? Why you hate? Why you hate men so much like that? Why you hate women so much like that? What did your mother do? Or was it a mother in a past life? Was it a parent or something? What did this evil woman do for you to hate all women like this? What a woman she can't never get no mercy. She can't never get no love. She can't never right her wrong. It's just the end for her. It's the end. Even Jesus, in Jesus, in the Bible, Jesus had the Mary Magdalene washing his feet, and she was his right hand woman. And Mary Magdalene was a former lady of the night. So even Jesus had a prostitute on his team. What are you doing? He didn't treat her, and he didn't treat her like shit when he got mad or the devil was on his shoulder or the disciples weren't acting right. Oh yeah, you don't been out there and had all these bodies and you ain't shit. You a whore. You don't been ran through. What kind of you mean you gonna sleep with somebody? This you gonna sleep with this man and you gonna be on the boat with him and y'all dating and this and that and he acting like he eating your food and all this and that. Then he gonna tell he gonna tell you pretty much agreeing with these people calling you run through. What do that say about him? He run through too. Then y'all both need to be y'all were running through together. Shit, a man as a can be a whore too. Yeah, shit. I'm tired of this shit. It just looks bad. It look bad. It may. I mean, it's. I'm glad. I'm just glad that I'm working on myself because I mean I would have. I'm. You be to the point where you be wanting to just give up on. I know. I mean I know it ain't everybody, but you just this stuff make you be like, well, damn. I see why. I see why these people where they at now. Like they don't never look at the big picture. It's always some little inner. That's why we fail the falling that's why we failed to the point where we at now because of all this inner battles fighting. It won't nobody that brought us down. It was the battles within. This shit always been the case. This bullshit. Can't pull together. Can't look at the big picture. Can't stand in solidarity. I ain't saying everybody gotta agree. No, but on certain stuff, if you can't say nothing good, just don't say nothing at all. It just don't. It don't look. It just. It's something. It's a sickening. It's sick. It's deeper. It's sadistic. Something is wrong with the black man mind, like Pastor Manny said. That's what y'all need to go look at. And I'm gonna get on my laptop so I can play that. I want to play that the rest of the fucking day. Something wrong with the black man mind. And what he say? The black woman, she giving the pastor all her. She's full, something wrong with her too. Making sure the pastor got a private jet, a gold sink, and she can't even hardly live decent to pay her. You better get out of here. Pastor Manning, they can say what they want to say, but he hit the nail on the head when he said that. He said something wrong with a black man mind. He can be a astrophysicist, he can be a rocket scientist, but when you look at him and a man that's been incarcerated, a master, the mentality and the intelligence. He could be a doctor and all that, but something they don't understand the world that they live in. They don't understand the world that they live in. They don't. They don't understand universal law, spiritual law. They don't understand. And that's why that might be why a lot of them is going through what they because of the hate. I mean, they really suffering, a lot of them. And it's gonna get to the point. Not the ones that's doing what they supposed to do. Not the ones that's doing what they supposed to do. They know it. That's why they done got so violent. A lot of men got violent because they know they don't mean no women no good, and they know the women can see it now. That's what it is. And the women too. The women are feeling threatened that ain't no good too. It's not just the men. These no good women that ain't trying to change and go up in frequency and rise up to the occasion and let that shit go and get rid of them demons and control them demons. They feeling threatened because they know it ain't no place for them no more. They feel it. They don't want to do the work. So they want to destroy whoever they can destroy that's closest to them because they not willing to do the work of change. They don't want to change. It's not just the men, but it's a lot of women. Mark my words. It's a lot of men and women that is not going to be able to make it. A lot of them is going to be left behind and destroyed, left in the what is it, the new world, or whatever this mess is that's happening with this bullshit that this shit that they trying to bring about. A lot of people ain't gonna be able to come because they not willing to do the work within. They not willing to do the heart work. They not willing to do the soul work, and they have not resolved their issues from within. It's not people like the women dating the other races. It's not that. It's not women like Megan Thee Stallion that they feel like got a lot of bodies. It's not women that like they hate like Cynthia. It's within. It's something going on within. It's a damn problem. It's a damn problem. They miserable. They sit around. They happy for people down. I ain't never been happy for nobody downfall. Never. I mean, even though people have done me wrong, and I know stuff, you know what I'm saying, that some of the stuff that's done happen, I hear about it. I ain't sitting around holding my breath and waiting and looking. Oh, I wonder when they gonna some gonna. Let me look in the paper to see. Let me figure out if something happened to them. I ain't. And these motherfuckers be motherfuckers that done stuff too. How in the hell can you wish for something to happen to somebody that you done harm? You got a fucking nerve. You done harmed them people. You done did them wrong. This is what they do. This is how you know who the dirty Moors are. This is how you know who the conquistadors are. This is how you know who those people are with that blood in them, that bloodline in them. This is how you know, and you separate the mildew from the barbecue. When you see people that do people wrong, and they so narcissistic until they think that you wrong for calling them out on it or making them pay the consequences of the wrongdoing, but they think something's supposed to happen to you, and they wronged you. That's a sick puppy. That's how you know that's one of them people. Because them creatures, they never want to take accountability for their wrongdoing. They just want you to go away and shut up. And that's like they trying to poison everybody and poison the water and poison the food and making people eat shit so they can cut your lifeline down. You supposed to be living for hundreds and thousands of years. Well, they got it so that by the time you reach a certain age, you done ate this food and drunk this water and you have not regenerated. You didn't know how to regenerate your body and protect yourself because they've been here. Like you keep coming back, but they remember. They don't lose their memory, so they are steps ahead of you. So they cut you down so you keep being recycled back into this bullshit. Don't come back. Start telling yourself right now. Start speaking things into existence that you want. You don't want to come back and keep being recycled in this. This is a prison. Look at how people treat people. Like people ain't. I don't know. Back in the day, it was not perfect, but it was a lot better. The energy was different. These people now, it's something wrong with them. I don't know if it's the jab or it's the we got a lot of non-human clones. And I even feel bad for them because it's like they be glitching and stuck. I be like, it don't bother me like it used to, and that's bad. Cause I shouldn't be understanding that shit. But I'm like, this person ain't. They probably not even real. Cause I be places and people be just glitch. I'm like, is this what game am I in today? What game is this? This should be funny to me. I don't even be like letting it get. I be like, this motherfucker glitching. They be stuck all on the road. I don't know if they NPCs and that weed they smoking from that dispenser. Mm. I be like, I thank you, Big Mama, righteous Father. I thank you, ancestors that love me for sobriety, for being in my right mind, for not being caught up into that Neptune out of body energy at this time, at this season. I'm grateful for sobriety. I'm grateful for healing, regeneration, the blood flow and oxygen into my vital organs, to my brain. Blissful. Grateful to the elements, water, fire, earth, air, and spirit. When the student is ready, the teacher will come. This has been my son Goddess 777. Um, they don't seem like they're gonna change, but they ain't gonna be able to go to the they ain't gonna be able to go to the earth. They're not gonna be able to go to the earth that's for the people that's got the hearts that's pure hearted in. You know what I'm saying? They got that unconditional love that's balanced and they're not gonna be able to go to that earth. They're gonna have to stay in this bullshit with all that holier than thou. And I ain't saying that you a man or a woman can't just get out here and be with screw whoever they want to screw and be with whoever they want to be with. But God, no mercy, no love. I'm just sitting up here observing. I'm like, I don't want to deal with none of these people. I don't want to deal with none of these. I'm making a right choice then to myself. Then you got people up here that get up here and they, oh well, if you do this or you look like this or you wear this or that, you're not gonna. I'm like, man, and these people are just listening to that shit, eating it up. Let me tell you something. It ain't nothing you could. It it ain't nothing you can do to be separated from the love of Christ from within your house. It's nothing you can really do. You can't even really sell you make contracts with these entities, but you can't sell your soul don't belong to you. You can make a contract with an entity with a deity. But you can't really sell your soul. You can't sell your soul. How? It ain't yours. How in the fuck is you can sell your soul when you done been reincarnated and you done been here several times? This is not your first experience and stuff. So how can you sell that? You might make a contract, but you can't sell your soul. It ain't over. If you are a human, the human man, and you got a soul in you, it's not too late. It ain't too late. Yeah, you might gotta break some contracts and the consequences might not be sweet. I mean, if you don't made a contract, you know what I'm saying? You need to relinquish them in this lifetime, the past life, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, ain't nothing worth your soul. Like, I'm just saying, like, is it worth being contracted to these entities for eternity, or is it worth getting it out? You gotta do what you gotta do. I mean, for yourself, for your own soul salvation. You know, I mean, it's really no such thing as death. You go from one. It's like they say, it's like getting out of one car, getting in. I'm not telling nobody to do nothing to harm themselves by all means, because when you do that, that means you done ended a contract early. You got to keep coming back. Who wants to keep coming back to this shit? But I'm saying you can't sell your soul. It's not yours to sell. How could you sell your soul? You making contracts. You can break that. You can break a contract. Shit. What? I mean, it's consequences, but at the same time, ain't nothing worth your soul. Shit, contracts change all the time. What? Fuck. It's a way in. They say blood in, blood out. Well, it's a got in, it's a way out. That's all I'm saying. Somebody needed to hear that. You can't sell your soul. You cannot sell your soul. And if anything has taken you over, hell, you can take yourself back over. You don't, it's been times in my life when I had entities possessing people, trying to make me lose my mind, trying to make me, and I would always say, I'm not gonna lose it. I'm keeping a hold of myself. I'm keeping a hold of. I would always say that because I know that's what they was trying to do. They was telling people that I was I mean, these are people that's blood, like people that created me, telling people that I'm losing it, I'm crazy, and I won't doing nothing but just trying to climb up out of the barrel, trying to make it, trying to grow up, trying to figure out. I'm talking about I was a child going through this kind of a child being attacked, a child trying to figure this old evil world out. And I had people that were supposed to protect me and guide me. They was the ones trying to destroy me. I had it's been so many times I had to actually savor in the Psalms of Solomon. I mean it. I don't know what I would have did sometimes without Isaiah and the Psalms of Solomon because I had so many. I had so many, and this preacher was like, "Oh, they was trying to take you." It's my own people. My family was trying to take me out before I could even realize who I was. They'll try to drive you to go crazy or drive you to suicide too. Yes, yeah, them entities possess them people, and and they know who you gonna be and who you gonna become. Even in that, I was protected. My ancestors, Big Mama was looking out for me. So even in that, what it say? Yea, though I walk through the valley. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Yeah, so I was savoring them. I don't know what, honey. They work. Them song that's why I say it's a spell book. It works. I ain't gonna throw the baby out with the bad water. I'll use every tool. And somebody talking about, oh, it's more witchcraft in America than it is in, man. I don't trust none. I don't trust none of these motherfuckers on this damn internet. I chew the meat, spit out the bone. It's some people that I feel like is real, but it's a lot of agents out here, and they will spew your mind and shatter your mind. If you a weak-minded sheep that want to be led, they will. If you don't know yourself and you don't know how to go within, you always looking for a word. You gonna leave the church and come on the spiritual side and be fooled into and got it from wolves in sheep's clothing. You gotta know yourself. You have to know yourself. Yep. Wolves in sheep's clothing. Who is this? Hey girl. Hey, I didn't even see that. My bad. I didn't even see it. Hey Jekyll. Hey. You off today. Girl, I had that I got that screen up there. I couldn't even see nobody comment. I didn't even know nobody was up here. Girl, thank you for joining. Thank you for joining, girl. It's good to see you. I just got up here and started going off. Yeah, I'm tired of this mess. Always talking about some bodies and listen, I got married as a teenager. I was a teen when I got married. But I won't like 15 or 16 or whatever like that. But I had my kid early. But I won't no 16 or nothing like that get married. But I still was a teenager. And I had experience. I had experiences before I even got married. I mean, and when if and if you play it like you a virgin, a lot of these virgins, hey, they mouth ain't no virgin, they butthole ain't no virgin. I know some that go around here talking about they virgins this and virgin that, and the mouth and the booty hole is worn out. So I'm just keeping it a buck. This ain't for no children. I put it. It ain't for no children to listen to this stuff. Yeah, you gotta be careful out here now. Cause it's the rise of the divine feminine, and that's just not for the women. That's the men. This rising up in them too. That left side, that creativity, that subconscious, and it's a lot of what is it? Untamed and dangerous. Chaotic energy. It's a lot of chaotic energy when stuff is structures is being torn down. The rise of the pole shifts and all that. So you have to be careful. You really have to be careful out here and be watchful and discerning and tune into yourself and know what's going. Because You can think you okay with somebody. It could be your own family. It ain't just gotta be no damn boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, or wife. Shh. Watch out for everybody. But I'm getting out of here. This has been my son got his 777. I had to come up here and say something. I had to speak my piece. Cause I'm like, these people running amok on the Ashlee Janae. Cause she got with a white man. Most people done dated out. These black women be dating out. And they ain't saying that. Look, let me tell you. Our generation dated. Our generation, if they dated out, the men they was shamed to walk around. Back in the day, they messed with like my ex messed with white women, but he was not gonna bring them out in public because that was not something that we can say like white people do it. Black people be doing that too, especially in my generation. If you dated a person of another race, you were hiding doing it. You won't walking out and about that. These that over the decades, they done got bold. They act like it's a prize to do that. Like I want to be seen and I got me a snow bunny. And listen, back in the day, people did not do that. They messed around with the other cultures. It'd be on the low. It'd be sneaky link for real. Won't nobody out in public like flaunting them around that you got you a white little fling or a white fling. The black people won't flaunt the white folks like that. Now you got some they fall head over here. They go take around. But see, my family was my grandmama won't playing it. My grandmama didn't want because they done seen what happened with the South and stuff. So they felt like anybody that looked like those people, why would you date them or bring them around when they feel like they would see but so what we know now, that's who they use as a puppet. They use the Caucasian people as a puppet to, you know, harass and oppress and harm the melanated people of the Americas and stuff like that. They use them as a puppet, and even with that what is it? The Southern, the SPLC, the Southern Property Lawyer Group or whatever, they being indicted now because what they did was they would pay the KKK and different hate groups to start chaos. They were supposed to be helping with racism and helping melanated people and other groups of people that were being oppressed and discriminated against. Come to find out, they were actually paying for for the stuff to happen, so they could keep right on making money. Say they got hundreds of millions of dollars that don't nobody know where it's coming from. Well, they have been paying for the hate crimes to happen. They said they don't know what kind of peace we might would have had these civil rights groups like the SPLC, and I think they are backed by the ADL or whatever, how they have been paying for crimes that happen, hate crimes, even with the Charlotte riots and on back to the bombings in the Waco, Texas, all kind of stuff they was involved in. They was paying these hate groups to harass and harm and target black people so that they could make money. They were profiting off of our. They like they always do. They monetize our pain and suffering and profit off of our demise and struggle and stuff like that and oppression. That's what they do. Even Bobby Hemmett used to say how the civil rights and the Southern Baptist stuff and all that stuff with Martin Luther King, how it was backed by the small hats. They were involved in the taking over the lands of the melanated people. I don't believe we came from Africa. As a matter of fact, I know my people didn't, and none of y'all people didn't either. The people was already here, and they changed their identities, but they was involved in that. They been involved in a lot of stuff, and some of them look like us. And we was infiltrated by people that in our probably some of our bloodline turned on us and was already infiltrated by these small. They look like us. It's not the white people were puppets. The ones in the background look like us, but they not us. They just I fucked up cousins or whatever. I don't know what it was, but a lot of them now look like us. When you see these politicians and a lot of these people acting like the Democrats gonna save us, nah, they working. Cause that Democrats ain't really never done nothing for no black people. Nope, they really ain't never done that. And really, we did this politics. My son got decide. Really, we don't need to be dependent on this government for nothing. We need to branch off and get off grid and build our own shit. What had they done? They killed us in the hospitals. The women still in 2026. A black woman is 3 times the rate to get out of here die having a baby in a fucking hospital. And you got all these people praising black doctors talking about some black excellence. Where's the fucking black excellence at? If black women still can't go to the hospital and survive a fucking pregnancy when they survive having babies at home before the government, along with these states, outlawed the net granny midwives and the doulas and the women's having their babies at home was safer. The black women, all these women done passed away from the time they outlawed the midwives and the doulas till now. And the women over in Switzerland, Japan, and these other countries, they are still having their babies at home. And they have 3 to 4 times the success rate of the US. And they know this. They get us in there and take out afterbirth and use it for their stem cells and their rituals and put it in the makeup and in the food sources. Even our aborted babies. They use our aborted babies for all type of shit and rituals in our water and our food and our vaccines. And they giving it to their God, Bell, Ball, and all this shit. And we just act like, oh my God, what are we gonna do without the Democrats? What are we gonna do that the Trump? Trump is just a catalyst to this system being this fake ass system that's been running for a couple of 100 years. They only been here for 800 years. The Caucasian, these were black melanated people all over the world running this shit, and the ones that taught the Caucasians how to lord over us and harass us and all. Those were melanated people that used them as puppets, and now their time has ended. It's an end. It's coming to an end, and it's all has to be destroyed and set down. And he's just a means to an end, a catalyst to that. It's nothing they can do. And they just want you to be in fear, and people that's in fear and believing that they're really gonna win, they gonna be in that reality. If you really afraid of them and you thinking like, oh my God, they're gonna destroy us. Oh, you're gonna be right in that world with them fools, with them people ain't human. You see they eat babies. They don't give a damn about no human being. Only thing they care about a human being is sucking up the blood, eating the flesh, and sucking up the loose from the energy of them being in fear of the bullshit that they try to tell you that that's where they get the power and the juice from you. Oh, I got them scared. We got power now. They scared. Just like that movie From. Same shit. I ain't saying it's exact, but I'm saying I don't know how it's gonna play out because it's not at the end. But I'm just saying, same shit. They don't want you to remember. They don't want you to remember shit. They want to keep right on bringing you back into this bullshit, bringing you into that fucking hospital and flashing that light in your eyes so you can forget everything, connecting you from the umbilical cord too fast, and then you got to sit here and be grow up, and you already standing straight up. You know how nobody got to teach you how to walk. You standing upright on your squares in the day one. Nobody got to teach you how to walk. You already standing upright. You gotta remember, and they already steps ahead of you playing with you like you on fucking the Hunger Games, Squid Games. These motherfuckers been here thousands of 500 years. They bored as fuck. They know who you are. I'm tired of this game. I don't want to play no more. Fuck it. Nope. I will not be joining these festivities anymore. I'm going to where I can be free in spirit and mind and body, and where I can live around like-minded people, and we can be one as a tribe, united, and live and enjoy this beautiful earth, and and heal the earth and care for the earth, and be one with the earth, you know what I'm saying, and one with our families. Yep. With our cosmic families and stuff. Yep. Well, this has been my son, guys. Y'all be safe out here, be vigilant. What is going on with the did I talk about it? Talk about the foods and all this. Oh my God. It's time to start trying to get with people and store up what you can. Start learning the old ways of canning and preserving and storing up you some food. Seeing what kind of bags and jars you gotta put your stuff, because they're saying that which the food ain't no good anyway. But at the same time, they saying that, it's okay right now, but it's either gonna go up or it's gonna be like where they can't get further. But back in the day, and I know some people still doing it now, the manure and shit, even the old fruits and vegetables that you put in the soil, to nurture the soil. Remember the three sisters, the corn, It was the beans and the corn or something that they use to nourish the soil. Even in the Old Testament, they tell you that you supposed to let the soil rest and you supposed to nourish the soil and different things like that. It's time for us to get off grid anyway and start pulling together. This government, all this, oh, you can't. They changing the voter laws where the black people in certain. It's time to let this shit go. We shouldn't have stayed this long fucking with these people. The worst thing we could have did was integrated into their system. We were much better off when we were set. The only reason they wanted us to integrate so they could experiment on us, make money off us, exploit us, and get that bit. We had billions of dollars before we integrated, and they brought that the Martin Luther King movement where we trying to go to their schools. We were better off when we were segregated anyway. We were better off. We figured it out. We had black Wall Streets, not just in Tulsa, but they were all over. And they lying telling you that black people didn't have their own airlines. In 1943, there was a pilot in Durham. He was born in Durham. He had his own airlines. There was other black people that had airlines way back in the days, and they had millions and millions and millions of acres. So you know these people couldn't have came from slavery and had all that land. They couldn't have came from Africa and had all that land. So they was already here. Everybody didn't. His story is not the truth, like you think. It's told in reverse. They were the slaves. The Slavic. Look up the word slave, where it come from. They were the slaves. So and black was them. Like they flipped it. Everything is inverted. Like the men that you think is the men, they really women. Beyonce and those children and all that. You think that Blue Ivy is a girl? Okay. Everything is inverted, man. They do that. They were the slaves and they were the black people. They were the ones fighting for their freedom, but they want you to think you were fighting for your. A lot of our people own them. They were created in a lab. Remember the Labor Day that we celebrate? Look up the history of that and how they had them orphan trains coming to the Carolinas and the U.S. and the South for them little kids that was worker slaves and stuff. Those little kids and stuff. The orphan trains and all that stuff. It was mostly them. And even when they passed that law for that black boxer, it's because he was dating enslaved white women. So yeah, it's all been reversed and flipped. Black meant a status, and they were black, meaning they didn't have no kind of they were dead. Because they were created in a lab. So I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm getting out of here. This has been my son Goddess 777. Everyone supports Maya's Temple of Healing and Unconditional Love. Please like, subscribe, and share. And please go within, work on yourself, be vigilant, be aware of what's going on, and be careful of people because it's not, it's been strange for a while now. I mean, you just have to be very, very vetting and discerning and stuff like that. Like I said, they'll send people for you. You might think you ain't nobody and you don't matter, but honey, it ain't all about the money and being a high value woman and man. It ain't the money ain't got no value to it. You are the money. You are the currency. I'm just telling you. Y'all take care. This has been my son Goddess. Please like, subscribe, and share.